in respective of any of the industry, we have to think about the balance of payments. Okay, maybe the service industry, maybe the manufacturing products, maybe the machinery, maybe the medical facilities, maybe the some of the consultancies. By that reason, we are importing something from abroad, and vice versa, we are also providing such kind of services and such kind of products from our side to the customers who are situated in other countries. So maintaining the balance of payment, that is what the actual motto after earning the foreign exchange. Okay, as well as it also promotes the economical and industrial development, so that countries or the nations can grow faster, even if all the citizens of that particular nation will be employed, and they will also earn, and there will be the goody situation which is expected. And for that reason also, exports are helping to the industries as well as the economics. Then yesterday we talked about the rising the production and employment. If I gave you one example of Bosch company, as well as Mahindra and Mahindra is also having the same plant over here at Nasik. Even maybe at Boisar also they have a plant, and they have two different sections in a one plant. Plant means to say factory. So in which in one section they're manufacturing the products or the tools, or the suppose Bosch is concerned, they are into the tools and electronic products, somehow some of the industrial products also. And as far as Mahindra is concerned, they are into the automobile industry. So whatever the required material or required vehicle of Mahindra and Mahindra, they are manufacturing it in a domestic section. And if they want to export that vehicle to another nation or another nation customer, for example, few years back, I think 2-3 years back, Mahindra and Mahindra, they, before starting their projects at China, they sent some of the buses, small buses as well as large size of buses, which have which have left-hand side driving. Regularly, our vehicles are having a right-hand side driving, but they manufactured the left-hand side driving vehicles, which have been which is the requirement of the customers at China, I think. So rising the production, and after rising the production, you can have a workload, you can increase your production activity, so that you are going to appoint the people. So employment will be generated through that export also. Then it is also the helping hand to the tertiary business. Tertiary businesses are the small businesses who are who will be the supplier as a vendor. They will get an opportunity to manufacture a part or a single piece of whole machine, so that they can get an opportunity to supply such a material in this overall progress. So it is also helpful for the tertiary business. So and with that help, we can maintain the overall development of all the sections of the society, all the sections of the states, different states and different areas also, geographical areas I'm talking about. So suppose for a Mahindra and Mahindra, we have more than thousands of companies around Mahindra and Mahindra. They are small businesses, and businesses are there. They are providing, suppose for example, screws, nuts, and whatever they require as a raw material to assemble the car. So they have been manufactured and they have been supplied. Such a raw material is supplied. Small parts are supplied by the other vendors. So that is also helpful for that point of view in the economy, as well as it also meets the import need, because in the foreign relationship with the foreign country, we have certain terms and conditions. We have certain activities we have to do for the sake of relationship. For example, we are supposed to import something from them because they have that much excess manufacturing or excess production of that particular products in their area, and we are also supposed to sell our excess products to them, which is required by them. There was an example. There was a nice example related with it. A few years back, I remember that issue. Uh, Before 7 to 8 years before, I think Sharad Pawar was a agriculture minister in the central, and that time there was a huge production of sugar cane in India at that time. So sugar manufacturing industries were in the good position, and so they manufactured the remarkable and recorded sugar production in India. But at the same time, we got consignment from Pakistan, because it was a deal in between Agriculture Ministry India and Agriculture Ministry in Pakistan that for consequently 3 years they are going to supply us sugar of this much 1,000 metric ton. This was lakhs of metric ton. So for the sake of relationship also, we have to go with the exports and imports. So to maintain your imports, you need foreign exchange, and for that reason also exports are compulsory, or nowadays exports are promoted by the economies. Then debt services are also are also provided. So that reason we can import the technology, we can import the required things for the overall development of our industries, because sometimes the raw material which is manufactured somewhere in any corner of the world, it is the basic requirement of the industry to run or to develop. So for that reason also we required funds, we required some relations to maintain, and for that economies are exporting the or promoting the exports for a particular commodity which is required by the customers at that particular nation. And for the mutual understanding also, sometimes these what you can say foreign delegates, or we can say the ministries, external affair ministries, they're also coming into the contract, they're also coming into the mutual consent that to supply the material which is required by the citizens of that particular nation. So from that point of view, for the fulfillment of the requirement point of view, there are exports are going on. Okay, am I audible rightly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Am I clear with my points?
Yes,
Sajjan,
yes, sir.
Sajjan, are you getting it clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somebody's audio is on, so I'm getting all the details of their family.
Pooja Patil.
Pooja Patil, madam.
Sorry,
We are
sir.
getting all the secrets of your house.
Sorry.
Then it's a rising standard of living of the people, because if you are getting just go through the Indian scenario, just go through your own family scenario. Think about your forefathers, think about your grandfather or superior grandfathers. That then you can come to know that what exactly the change in our life, what exactly the rising of standard of living means. Because earlier our forefathers are working in the field, or they are working in somewhere in different professions. But now, due to the ICT, due to the communication technology, due to the overall development, industrial development, we are able to use the material, or we are able to use the products and services which can satisfy our requirements. And from that, we are able to understand actually how to live the life. Get one thing clear, because living life happily is something the basic target of all the individuals. And for that reason also we are consuming so many things which are not been needed, but which are being marketed by the companies. I'm always saying that more than 50 to 70% of the things which we are shopping or which we are purchasing or which we are having in our life are the need of those products are and services are created by the companies through the advertisement, through the promotional activity. Otherwise, in pandemic also, you may agree with me, in pandemic also we can realize that we can live without so many things which we are feeling that these are the part of our life, isn't it? If you're taking it as a mobile, if you're taking it as a data, if you're taking it something in the entertainment or your shopping and hoteling, in pandemic, over the seven months of time, we now come to know or we realize that how much amount we are spending on such a thing which are not being required, which are not been compulsorily required, requirement of our life, isn't it? So even if you can't believe, in this period, it's a study. It is not my own experience. I'm also having the same experience, but it is also the study. You can read the Times of India. You can read so many different papers and newspapers that the women in the houses they learned so many different dishes which we are taking it from outside. So many different food items. YouTube, or you can go with the different recipe channels which are available, because in my house there are 3 ladies, 2 daughters and madam. So they are dominating environment is there. So all the remote controls are there in their hand. So they are always watching how to prepare the cake, and that cake kind of competitions are going on, and that something food factory and food channels are there, I think. So and luckily I'm very fond of tasting the different foods, and I like eating the different dishes. So it will be the party time for me. The pandemic period is the party time for me actually, because everyone
Yes.
because
क्योंकि काम ही नहीं था तो सब डिशेस ही बनाते थे.
वही तो. So I got so many different types of cakes from my daughter, and so many different dishes in the evening time from my wife even. So that will somehow we can understand, we can feel that majority of the things which we people are doing in our life is of no use. It is only created by the manufacturers and the promoters, isn't it? So now we can understand it, and with the help of exports, we can also earn money, and it will be helpful for the family to purchase the basic requirement or to satisfy the requirements, so that the standard of that particular family get rise. And so there are two, 3 different kind of alternative, we can say, pleadings for this particular point, because number one is we are getting something new. We are getting our own economy will get a chance to import the thing because we are having a foreign exchange. Number 2 is there are increases in the salaries because of there are increases in the sale. Okay, exports are the sale even. So for that reason, the hike in the salaries also helps for the overall development of the family, and that is what the standard of living I am talking about. Okay. Then participation in the global cooperation can be possible whenever there are needy nations, needy countries are there. Nowadays, you can't believe, for the sake of 1 minute only.